Now at 6, the brand new home for elementary students in Joplin holds an open house. We'll have the latest. Plus, transportation troubles brew in Joplin as the city reduces public transportation services. We'll explain how the impact and why symbols of strength are being placed along the graves of fallen soldiers.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Joplin schools today let staff members get an early look at the new Dover Hill Elementary. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Dover Hill is the culmination of a more than $27 million project approved in 2019. It's a chance for future staff members to become familiar with the new building before classes start next semester. The new building includes new technology systems like security cameras, elevators, and clever touch monitors for teachers.
My teachers are super excited. They got to come out Wednesday. We had a staff meeting out here and they got to see all their rooms and what everything looks like. They're super excited. I know the kids, we took some videos to show the kids back at the school, so they're excited to be here. We've got open house coming up in January, so everyone's really pumped up about next semester.
We'll show you a lot more at 10. Dover Hill will house 450 students from both West Central Elementary and Columbia Elementary. Some Joplin residents hope for a change after the Sunshine Lamp Trolley service was suspended. KOAM's Yana Hautala talked with Watered Gardens Outreach Center director and a resident about the difficulties for those who rely on the service.
Public transportation is one of the critical ways a city can help its citizens, but the partial of service in Joplin is challenging some residents.
Convenience is more than just a nice thing for a city to add. It really actually is a critical piece for people working, people staying healthy, people just moving forward in life in any number of ways.
Residents at Watered Gardens set goals such as recovery or getting jobs. Outreach Coordinator Doug Gamble says the suspension of the Sunshine Trolley system makes it hard to meet these goals.
A little bit of a snowball effect happening in terms of people maybe potentially losing jobs or have the threat of losing jobs because they can't actually get to work now because of less means to transportation.
A resident from Watered Gardens says not having transportation has affected on his ability to make art.
I just can't get supplies, or I'm not going to walk the 2.5 miles to do it. So I might have to go a week when I could have been making, and I would say financially it's probably dipped into my stuff at least $200 or $300 a month.
He says no trolley can limit the ability of disabled and older people to get around.
Their only form of transportation that they've recently had to completely figure out how they're going to get to Walmart just to buy groceries.
To help residents, Watered Gardens created its own transportation system.
Since the trolley shut down, we just became really intentional about recruiting a couple of volunteers who could transport people to appointments on Tuesdays and Fridays.
In Joplin, Yana Hautala, KOAM News.
Gamble is confident the city will come up with a solution for that transportation problem. Let's check in with Sam Lane for a first look at the weather.
Thank you very much, Dow. It was a little bit on the chilly side today with the bright sunshine. Radar is real clear right now. Nothing really showing up on that, but that's going to be changing over the next 48 hours. Tonight, we're going to see temperatures dropping down through the 30s into the 20s, all the way down to 22 degrees under mostly fair skies. And then, if we take a look down the lane, we're going to have a chilly weekend. Sunday won't be too bad, but then on Monday, we start to have a mix and a snowstorm move into the area, and then a bitter cold wave after that. And what about the odds of a white Christmas? We'll tell you all about that coming up in just a little bit.
See you soon. The evergreen is a symbol of strength. That's why the American Legion partnered with Peace Church Cemetery in Joplin to place evergreen wreaths alongside the graves of those who served our nation. The wreaths are adorned with red ribbons to help us remember to always be grateful for those who served. Flags are placed on graves on other holidays such as Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
It's just another way for us to honor them during a season where we have a lot of people in the community whose loved ones are away serving and people that are serving in our community as well. But it's just a way for us to remember those that have gone before us and also honor those who are here with us today.
Peace Church Cemetery is on the east side of Peace Church Road between Zora and Fountain Roads. Pitt State students are moving on to the next phase of their lives. The university today held its fall commencement ceremony. A total of 316 undergrads and 242 grad students were to be honored.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to my job. I'm basically have a job that I love, and I look forward to just kind of doing what I love in the future.
Obviously, we did encourage him through his educational process, but we let him just chase after his dreams. He found a career path or an education path at this point that it's part of his passion.
The last commencement begins around 8 p.m. tonight. Some McDonald County, Missouri students today spread Christmas cheer through their community. Southwest City, Missouri elementary students went to downtown businesses singing Christmas carols. It was part of the last day of school for the semester. Teachers say it gives the students a chance to have some fun while connecting with the community.
Part of it is just their normal specials that they do in elementary school where they go to music and they go to art. Well, so they'll go to music and they'll learn songs there anyway. So they teach them some of the Christmas carols in that time so that when this event comes up, they already know them and they're able to perform them.
The carolers today were 3rd through 8th graders. Coming up, some welcome news for Eureka Springs tourists who've had trouble finding a place to park. And later, a Pitt State player earns AP All-American honors. The city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas is looking to establish a parking district near downtown. Hopeful it will alleviate some of those parking problems for guests. Noah Tucker reports on how soon it might become a reality.
If you've ever visited Eureka Springs, you're well familiar with the parking situation.
Everywhere we were like, there's a spot. Nope, it's not a spot. There's just signs everywhere that's no parking, no parking, no parking. We're like, so do people park here?
This couple from Tulsa visited for the first time and realized the problem very quickly.
Because we didn't even know that it was going to be an issue till we got here. And then we're scrambling, driving around in circles, going, is this one way? We don't know what we're doing.
The city is now working to pass a new ordinance for a parking district.
So we're trying to create this parking district, a certain area. So far, the idea is to give the residents a sticker for their window and a hang tag for their guests.
The district is focused on providing designated parking for residents near downtown. Hopeful that will better the parking situation as a whole.
I mean, sounds like it would. I don't know.
Guaranteed parking for residents, I don't know that that's going to increase your tourism unless your residents are taking up all the tourist potential parking spaces.
City Council says the district won't come with any major construction. It still stands by the trolley system as the most effective solution.
We need to put signs and signage and so forth so that can be used.
Knew about it when we saw it.
We saw it drive by, we were like, oh, but no, we didn't know anything about it.
It will be some time before the ordinance is approved, but how effective it is will be seen with time.
We're going to have to wait and see how this one goes and whether other residents on other streets that have parking problems want to come to us and say, hey, do you have a way to fix ours?
The first reading of the parking district was passed. It's still going to need 2 successful votes to go into effect. A little bit later, the Columbus High School girls host a wrestling tournament. We're going to have the highlights.
It's been chilly, but it's nothing compared to what's coming. I'll tell you all about it when we return, so stay with us. Well, friends, we had lots of sunshine today. It was still on the chilly side, and that was because of the winds out of the west. Made it feel a little bit colder out there. And we're going to be improving a little bit as we head into the weekend. But right now in Seneca, Missouri, pretty nice evening down there at the Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. And it's going to be a pretty nice weekend across the area. No precipitation. That's going to have to wait until Monday. And when it does, I don't think a lot of people are going to be happy about it except for the kiddos. 39 was what we made it up to today after starting out at 26, which was, of course, below the normals of 47 and 28. Weren't anywhere close to that 72 back in 2006, nor the -7 back in that cold December of 89. Storm tracker radar is all clear right now, but like I said, that's going to change as we go into Sunday night and into Monday. But in the meantime, we're going to be dealing with some cold temperatures tonight. Right now, we're still sitting close to freezing right now in Joplin at 33, 34 in Miami, 36 in Grove. It is below freezing at Yates Center with 31. And when you factor in the wind, it feels like 24 in Yates Center, also in Iola, 26 in Nevada, same thing in Webb City, and 30 down in Veneta. Here's a look at the winds. As we go through time, you'll notice that the winds are going to be picking up tomorrow morning at around 20 miles per hour out of the west. So it's going to be pretty chilly in the morning. And then as we move through the afternoon, we'll start to see some moderation of those winds as well as the temperatures. 34 right now in Joplin, west wind at 10, and it feels like 26 because of that wind. Dew point is 16, and so the humidity is about 48%. All right, tonight we're going to see mostly fair skies with temperatures in the mid-20s across our area, some lower 20s up to the north, a little bit warmer down to the south in Pryor and Jay with 23. And then tomorrow afternoon we'll start to see temperatures in the mid to upper 30s across our areas, still northwesterly winds and a little bit breezy, close to 40 down in Veneta. And then Saturday night into Sunday morning we'll see temperatures once again in the lower 20s across the area, with notice how the winds are going to be turning around to a more northeasterly direction, and that will keep temperatures colder off towards the north and east and slightly warmer to the south and west. Then on Sunday afternoon, a warm front will start to advance across our area, so we'll see generally readings in the mid-40s, so not too bad across our area with southerly winds. But Sunday night into Monday, that's when the precipitation starts to move back into our area in the form of a mixture and snow bands as we move into the morning commute on Monday. How much snow? Right now I'm thinking around 2 inches, a pretty good bet across the region. Higher amounts to the north and west, maybe also down in McDonald County and also down in southern Berry County, maybe approaching 3 inches, and lesser amounts to the south and west. How about the next 7 days? Well, pretty nice weekend if you like 45 degrees for the high. And then on Monday, that snow moves in Monday morning, 1 to 3 inches accumulation possible. And then it turns colder on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Dow, the bottom falls out as we move into Wednesday night into Thursday with temperatures in the single digits, especially as we head towards Christmas. So we're definitely going to probably have a white Christmas this year. At least it'll be on the ground.
Okay, but those temperatures, if it's on the ground, it ain't going anywhere for a little
That's
while.
right.
Thanks, Sam. Still ahead, the Columbus High School girls host a 6-team dual wrestling tournament this afternoon, and All-America honors for Pitt State tight end Devin Garrison. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
Well, the Columbus High School girls wrestling team is off to a hot start this season. Right now, Columbus has 5 girls individually ranked in the state in their respective weight classes. Now, tonight, the Titans are at home hosting 5 other area teams in a dual tournament. Here's one of them from this afternoon. Columbus facing Coffeyville. A big win for Coffeyville to start this thing out at 100 pounds. Melanie Escudero gets the second round win by fall over Grace Knoll, who's currently ranked 3rd in the state. Coffeyville goes up 12-0 to begin the thing. Then Columbus gets going. Addie Saporito, ranked 3rd in the state at 120 pounds, gets a win by fall just more than a minute into her match. At 135, Aubrey Saporito, ranked 5th in the state toward the end of the first period. She will also get a win by pin. And Jalen Rodriguez, she's ranked 3rd in the state. Wrestling at 145 today, early second period, gets the win by fall over Maggie Barnett. Then last match of the day, 155, Brooklyn Lima, ranked 3rd in the state for Columbus, gets a win by fall early in the second period. And Coffeyville made Columbus work for it today, but the Titans win this one 40-21. Columbus goes 4-1 on the day. The Kansas City Chiefs are 10-3 through their first 13 games of the season. This week, they hit the road to face the Houston Texans, and with a win, Kansas City would earn their 7th straight AFC West title. And like we do here every Friday night during the season, right now it's time to hear from the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus, in this week's Minute with Mitch.
This week, the Chiefs are on the road to play the team with the worst record in the NFL, the Houston Texans. As I prepped for this game, my world paused a bit because in my mind and heart I felt both sadness and appreciation. 10 years ago this month, it was the bleakest month in my 29 seasons as the voice of the Chiefs. The Chiefs were in the throes of their worst season in history, and a Chiefs player had just been involved in a murder-suicide. But then a rush of appreciation took over my heart because just days after that awful December 2012, Andy Reid was hired as Chiefs head coach, resulting in 10 winning seasons, record-setting division titles, a Super Bowl championship, hosting 4 consecutive AFC championship games, and I get to call the games of the best quarterback and tight end in NFL history. Yes, sometimes you remember to appreciate on this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Como Jewelry. Every day's game day, Como Jewelry, Pittsburgh, Joplin.
Sunday's Chiefs-Texans game will kick off at noon right here on KOAM. The Chiefs in that game are 14-point favorites. Pittsburgh State tight end Devin Garrison has been named an AP All-American. The junior tight end is a second-team All-America selection. Now this season, Garrison caught 35 passes for 614 yards and 7 touchdowns. He had the second most receiving yards in the nation for a tight end. Garrison was also a first-team All-MIAA selection for Pittsburgh State, helped the Gorillas go 11-0 in the regular season and win the MIAA championship this fall. Well, two of the best high school girls basketball programs in the state meet tonight in Carl Junction. The Bulldogs welcome in the Stratford Indians tonight in their final game of 2022. Stratford 6-1 and ranked second in the state in Class 3. Carl Junction is 8-1, ranked fourth in Class 5. The tip-off for this one will be somewhere between 7 and 7:30 at Carl Junction High School. We'll be there. We'll have highlights from the game right here tonight at 10. That's actually where I'm going to head off in a little bit. I can't wait for that one. Two really good high school girls basketball programs in Missouri.
Look forward to the highlights. We'll be right back. Take time now to honor a local veteran. Fred Feakin served in the U.S. Army during World War II. The Perry, Oklahoma native was in the Tech 5 medical unit, and we're proud to salute Corporal Fred Feakin, a 4-state hero. You can learn about lots of other heroes from all across this area. We also invite you to submit a hero of your own. Might as well do it right now. Just go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to have more on an open house for Joplin school staff members at that brand new Dover Hill Elementary. Plus, President Biden hosts a town hall to tout new veterans benefits. And wild winter weather slams parts of our country. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The Independence, Kansas Library has a unique employee. It's not one you would typically expect. KOAM takes us to meet Trixie, the library cat.
She just meanders around the library. The library's 3 floors. A lot of times the people think that she's a stray and we've got to shoo her out, because they'll come in and they'll go, "Oh, there's a cat in the library." And we go, "Yeah, that's our library cat. That's Trixie."
So she just showed up and she matches the library decor perfectly. She's gray and blonde and has green eyes, which a lot of our decor is like that. She just fits right in.
If she's out walking about, they'll come up, "Oh, what a pretty kitty," and of course they'll pet her and talk to her, and of course the kids all love her, you know.
Trixie was dropped off at the library around Neowalla 14 years ago, and she is probably the biggest asset to our library. Everybody loves her. She's been featured in a German magazine about cats. She's kind of a global sensation. So.
Climbing in the Christmas
Perched
tree.
in the tree, typical cat.
You know what that cat's thinking? Why are you guys in my house?
That's what all cats think all the time. It's going to be cold.
It's going to be chilly. It's going to be chilly this weekend. Sunday's not going to be too bad, a high of 45, but then the snow moves in late Sunday night into Monday with a high of only 36 on Monday with 1 to 3 inches, and then another snow system on Thursday with temperatures dropping into the single digits, and that continues to be cold all the way through Christmas.
Quick sports notes.
Pitt State basketball hosts Central Missouri tomorrow night. We'll have highlights tomorrow evening.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We're going to leave you with video of Christmas light decorations in Carthage from our Skyview drone. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.